Hello everyone, I'm Geek Freak and welcome to the video. And today I'm going to be doing a response video to the YouTuber HILIRIOUS. Now the reason why I'm making a response video to him is because, well, I'll have to start from the beginning. Now to some of you who may or may not know, I am a huge fan of Dragon Ball Multiverse. And if you guys don't know what Dragon Ball Multiverse is, then I highly recommend you guys go and read the manga. This manga is a fan-made manga made by Saliger Gogeta Jr., which did leave during the making of the manga, and his replacement is Asura. I pray to God that I'm pronouncing those right. If you guys are Dragon Ball Z fans, you need to go and read Dragon Ball Multiverse because it captures the spirit of what Dragon Ball Z was. The drama's great, the violence is great, it's just all around fan-freaking-tastic. So stop this video, go and read the manga, and then as soon as you've done that, come back and listen to me talk about whatever I'm going to talk about in this video. And to those who know Dragon Ball Multiverse, let's carry on with the video. Now the pages of Dragon Ball Multiverse comes out every 3 days, every week. And during those times, when I go and read the page, I always scroll down to the comments. And I'm going to tell you guys something now. The comment section on the Dragon Ball Multiverse website, where you read the manga, the comment sections below is a war zone. Now, I'm going to go into spoilers here, so if you guys haven't read the manga, stop this video and go and read the manga. Because again, I'm going to go into spoilers, okay? Okay, 3, 2, 1, and here we go. There's a character called Sombra, and she is the daughter of Vegito. And if you guys are wondering, hold on, how can Vegito have a daughter? Like I said, you're going to have to go and read the manga. It would take a very long time for me to explain what the hell's going on. It is a long ass read. But if you're a Dragon Ball Multiverse fan, let's continue. So basically, there are 2 camps when it comes to the Dragon Ball Multiverse. You're either pro-Bra or you're anti-Bra. There are people who hate this character, or they either love her or understands her. And I'll tell you guys something, there is a huge war going on between the pros and the cons when it comes to this character. Like I said, you're going to have to go and read the manga in order to see what the hell's going on, because it's going to be really, really complicated for me to explain to you guys what's happening without you guys knowing what the hell's going on in the manga. Now, like I said, there are people who hate Sombra, and there are people who like her or tries to defend her, and I'm in the defend Bra camp. And like I said, it is a right war in the comment sections. And there's a few reasons why people hate Sombra. Number 1, she almost tried to blow up the earth when she first got Super Saiyan 1. Number 2, she killed Goten and tens of millions of people and made the sun go supernova. And this was when she got Super Saiyan 2. Number 3, she was only happy when she found out that she surpassed Gohan. And number 4, she turned into a Majin and killed everybody. And a few other things. And there are people either hating her or defending her on what she has done. And for a few weeks, there was people arguing over Bra. But in the meantime, I was frustrated because there didn't seem to be any YouTubers who was actually reviewing Dragon Ball Multiverse. That was until I found a channel called HILIRIOUS. And this guy reviews anime, does reactions, and best of all, he also reviews each page of Dragon Ball Multiverse, which I was happy about. I only found this guy about a few weeks ago, and every time a page came out, he would make a review on that page of Dragon Ball Multiverse. Now, if you're a Dragon Ball fan in general, or a Dragon Ball Multiverse fan, I highly recommend that you guys go and check this guy out. I think he might actually be the only one who's actually reviewing each page of Dragon Ball Multiverse. And you know what? He doesn't disappoint. And as I'm watching HILIRIOUS' reviews, whenever Vegito came on, I would say something along the lines of, this is Vegito's fault. He's the reason why Sombra turned into a Majin. And that's when the fighting and the banter began between us. Yeah, me and HILIRIOUS kind of had a sort of heated debate to a point where we was almost arguing in the comment sections because of what I said about Vegito and how I was defending Bra. And I'm going to tell you guys something, it was a heated debate. And this guy is a huge Vegito fan. And when the last 3 pages of Dragon Ball Multiverse came out, 1825 to 1827. Now, it started off in the comment sections where we was like going backwards and forth just talking about Vegito and Sombra. And I do stand by that it was Vegito's fault. And it went back and forth. And then after that, he made a few videos addressing the whole fiasco with Vegito and Sombra. One of his videos was called Addressing the Dragon Ball Multiverse Community, Vegito's Character and Sombra's Punishment. But that wasn't the beginning of the arguments, because I believe he was just like talking and just addressing stuff. So yeah, he was just talking in this video and addressing a few things there and there, which it was okay. It was an okay video. So I highly recommend you guys go and watch that video. And I'm still standing by of what I said about Vegito. Vegito is still a piece of crap. Screw him. Vegito, I mean. I cannot stand Vegito at this point in time of the story. And I'm going to say this again. This is all Vegito's fault. He's the reason why Sombra turned into a margin. All of her fears manifested into evil, all thanks to Vegito when he says that he would kill her if Bra surpassed him. And there was loads of people saying, oh, Vegito should just kill her. She didn't care when she almost destroyed the planet Earth. She didn't care that she blew up that planet with Goten on it when she went Super Saiyan 2. And she was only happy that she surpassed Gohan. And she killed all the people at the stadium. And the fans were going on saying, oh, this manga is making Vegito look bad. And it's trying desperately hard for us to make us feel sorry for Sombra. This manga is making Vegito look like the bad guy. And it's failing miserably. And this guy Hilarious is a Vegito fan. And I can kind of sense that he's being a little bit biased because Vegito is his favourite fusion. And we was also arguing that either Vegito was two guys in one or Vegito was his own person. But that's a completely different story. And in some of his videos, he would say, I've got this one subscriber or this one viewer who says that it's all Vegito's fault. Or when page 1827 came out, he would also say the same thing, saying, I've got this one viewer who I think is just happy and smiling that this is happening to Vegito. And even though he's not mentioning my name, I knew for a fact that he was mentioning me because I'm basically the only one who mostly comments on his Dragon Ball Multiverse page reviews. And you know what, I'm going to say this to you guys, I don't hate Vegito, okay? I just hate how he handles things. He is a lousy father. But like I said, you guys are going to have to go and watch those other two videos. Those two videos will explain everything. Anyways, I don't think he wanted to mention my name because he didn't want to give me any attention. But in his videos, I know he was mentioning me. And again, I do not hate Vegito. I just hate how he handled everything. And I hate what he did to Sombra. And I stick to what I said. It is Vegito's fault. And then, after that chapter, he made a video called My Response to Everything is Vegito's Fault. And sure enough, that video was directed to the Broad Defenders, or the Vegito haters, or specifically for me. And that is why I made this video today. I'm going to give my reasons, or debunk, or debate with him on this video he made. And this is what I'm going to do. I'll let the video play, and when he brings up something in this video, I will give my 2 cents of what he said. But I'm going to say this. I've already made 2 videos about how Sombra did nothing wrong. So please, go and check out those 2 videos. And Hilarious, if you're watching, I would like you to go and check out those videos as well. Because basically, nearly everything that you said in this video, I've already debunked in those 2 videos. But there are a few things in this video that I also want to address when he brought up a few new points. So with that said, let's jump right into this video.
Hey guys, what's up? Let's bring you guys another video. So we're here, and this is gonna be the second video that I made as a discussion, just talking about the Dragon Ball Multiverse community as a whole, cause I really do love Dragon Ball Multiverse. I've been following this series for like 6 to 7 years. I've been following it since like 2014 or 15. But regardless, I started to follow it in 7th grade back in high school. But regardless, there's like right now in this current arc, I believe arcs, whatever it is, chapter I should say, not arc, the whole should Bra be blamed, is Vegito at fault here, blase blase. And this video is basically just a response to another viewer that has been commenting on a lot of my Dragon Ball Multiverse videos saying Vegito blame this, Vegito blame that.
Vegito is to blame. He's the reason why Sombra turned into a margin. But let's continue.
And the issue that I have with that is he's pinning the blame on just solely Vegito. Yeah, this is just my response video to you, not anyone else, just to you. The whole Vegito's at fault for everything is just stupid. And let me explain why. Because Vegito, he's saying that, oh, Vegito saying he'll kill his daughter is such a bad thing. Yeah, no parent should say that to their daughter, say that to their child. But put yourself in Vegito's shoes. Did he really have a choice?
Vegito made the choice of threatening Bra. He could have handled this much better.
Put yourself in Vegito's shoes. I made sure to go and reread the previous chapters because I wanted to make my point clear. So, in the chapter where Bra went Super Saiyan, I believe they said she was 6 years old when she turned Super Saiyan for the first time. And the main reason why she turned Super Saiyan was because she was angry that her father and Gohan were stronger than her. That was her main reason. Just, oh, my dad and my brother are stronger than me. That is what caused her to transform in the first place.
Dude, let me ask you something. Have you ever been on the playground where your friends that has like the rarest cards, or somebody in your family is a master at a certain profession, like maybe they're good at fishing, maybe they're good at doing stunts on bikes, maybe they're good at mountain climbing, you know, stuff like that. Or maybe your sibling is better at playing games than you. People, especially kids, are going to be jealous, either at their friends, their siblings, their parents, because maybe your friends have the latest and most rarest cards. Or maybe your siblings have better skills than you. Or your parents have a really cool profession and they won't let you do any dangerous stunts because you're just a little kid and you're not ready to do any of those dangerous stunts. And I'll tell you now, it is extremely frustrating when somebody has something that you want, or when your brother or sister has better gaming skills than you, or you wish you could do the same sort of profession that your parents do, mountain climbing, bike stunts, you know, stuff like that. And we've all been there. You've probably wanted what your friends want, you probably wanted the skills to beat your siblings, and you want to be of what your parents are. But it's either that you're too poor, or you don't have the skills, and it's too dangerous for you, and everybody has that frustration. There are things in this world that I want, but I don't have the money for it. I would love to do animations on YouTube, but I don't have the talent for it. I would love to have 1 million subscribers, but my channel isn't good enough yet, and I'm sure you have been there as well. I bet there was something that you've always wanted, and there was something that you wish you could do, and you wished that you had the skills. But over time, you will eventually get there. But for a little kid, especially at 6 years old, kids are very, very impatient, and kids always want everything now. I mean, come on, you cannot tell me that you wasn't impatient at that age. Hell, even some adults don't have any patience. This is normal for a child. So yeah, let's continue.
What does she do after transforming into Super Saiyan? She tries to fire towards the earth. Gohan literally says in a battle, never fire towards the earth because you could potentially destroy the planet. And what does she respond by saying? Oh, in a battle there is no such thing as rules and blase blase. Now, the persons are saying that, oh, Bra was a little kid, so because Super Saiyan transformation, he causes a sign to act out and blase blase, that's why she was going to destroy the earth. And they try to use that as an excuse for not blaming Bra in that instant. But let me show you why that makes no sense. Trunks and Goten, they turned Super Saiyan around the same age as Bra. I believe in the main series, Kid Trunks was 8 and Goten was 7. And it didn't seem as if they turned Super Saiyan for the first time in that moment when Trunks showed Vegeta and Goten showed freaking showed Gohan. They turned Super Saiyan before that. And none of them was on some, oh, battle this, fight that, I'm going to destroy the planet. None of them. So for persons that try to use, oh, Bra's age as an excuse for why she should not be blamed when she tried to destroy the planet the first time, that makes no sense. Because we have two examples, Goten and Trunks, where they turned the same age, or they turned Super Saiyan for the first time around the same age as Bra. Because she turned when she was 6. So I don't want to hear anyone use Bra's age for an excuse in that moment.
Okay, I won't make that an excuse, but instead I'll use another one. In fact, tell you what, if I can find 3 examples of why it's not her fault, I will bring in some Bra's age as a 4th. I mean, come on, you've got 1, I've got 3. Okay, so number 1, all Saiyans have this problem of controlling their Super Saiyan forms. And we've seen this with Goku, Gohan, Kale, Super Broly. Goku said it himself, he told Gohan to go before he loses control. when he was facing off against Frieza. There was the time when Gohan got so cocky when he went Super Saiyan 2, he was just playing around with Cell. If he had listened to Goku and finished off Cell before he was about to blow himself up, then none of this would have happened. Look at Kale. She can barely control her legendary Super Saiyan form. Hell, look at Broly when he went in his Wrath form, his Super Saiyan form, and his legendary Super Saiyan form. Broly had no control at all whatsoever. Broly was attacking everybody, regardless if there was enemy or ally. Hell, when Vegito was on Namek and Goku came to save the day, he told the story of the legendary Super Saiyan, that he was so powerful that he destroyed himself alongside the planet. I mean, look at Goku when he was in his 8th form, and Gohan. They had no self-control. Hell, in the Broly movie, it's been stated that some adult Saiyans can't control their 8 forms. So you have Saiyans that lose self-control to having no control whatsoever. Number 2, Sombra is much more powerful in her base form than any Saiyan that came before her. Hell, it was stated by Salinger that Sombra in her Super Saiyan 1 form alone is around the powers of a Super Saiyan 3 and 4. Okay, that's not the form's power, but Sombra's base form is extremely powerful, to a point where a Super Saiyan 1 form is on par with a Super Saiyan 3 Goku. That's how powerful she is. And as we've seen throughout the entire series of Dragon Ball Z and Super, the more powerful you get, the more hard it is for you to control your powers. Like again, Goku when he went Super Saiyan 1. Number 2, when Goku went Ultra Instinct. I mean, yeah, he didn't lose self-control, but his Ultra Instinct was incomplete, and that's why it was too much for Goku's body to retain Ultra Instinct. Look at Moro. He absorbed the powers of an angel, but his body couldn't handle it, because he hasn't trained enough for his body to adapt to its power. Hell, even Frieza had this problem on Namek when he went 100%. He said that he didn't like going into his full power because he would lose self-control. You get it now? The more power you get without perfecting it, the more you're going to lose self-control. It's kind of like when Goku, when he goes Super Saiyan 3. Super Saiyan 3 drains so much energy, but if Goku was to train and perfect Super Saiyan 3, he wouldn't have this problem that Super Saiyan 3 has. And again, I know I said this in my other 2 videos, but even Death Bell said, with each transformation, minus Super Saiyan 1, Goku loses some self-control. Just listen.
With each transformation, minus full-powered Super Saiyan 1, Goku loses some self-control, becoming more violent and instinct-prone.
When I'm at this power level, it's hard for me to listen to reason. I just lose control.
You get it now? Unless you train to perfect your power, you're going to lose self-control. Or even worse, it will blow up in your face. And number 3, Sombra is quick to anger. And we've seen this throughout the entire manga. In the special, in the main manga. Even as a teenager, Sombra does not have any self-control. She lets her emotions get the better of her, and that in turn makes her powers unstable. So there you go, I gave you my 3 examples. Actually, you know what, I've got a 4th one. Sombra is inexperienced. The only way for her to use Super Saiyan 1 is when she gets angry, and that's the only way she can activate it, just by getting angry. Okay, instead of giving you 3, I gave you 4. Oh, wait a sec, I've got another one. Number 5, you can't expect everybody to be the same. All of us are different. All of us succeed and fail in certain subjects. Even when your family, close blood ties, some people in your family is going to excel in one thing and you're going to excel better in another subject. Some of us are born with disabilities. Some of us are more naturally talented. Goten and Trunks are completely different from Sombra. I mean, only because my brother does well in one thing doesn't mean I'm going to be able to do well in that thing that he's good at. Humans are basically test tubes from different shapes and sizes with different chemicals and blood and meat and so on and so on. But that doesn't mean that we are all the same. I mean, let's just say, for example, that I got an allergic reaction to something, like peanuts, for example. But my brother doesn't have an allergic reaction to nuts. And only because one of your family has a fantastic immune system doesn't mean you're going to have the same immune system. You could be stronger, you could be weaker. You can't expect everybody just to be the same. Only because Goten and Trunks can somehow control Super Saiyan 1 doesn't mean it's going to be easy for Sombra to do the same. So there you go. I used examples without bringing in her age. But if I was to bring in her age, I will say this. Sombra is inexperienced and she's younger than Goten when she got Super Saiyan 1. So maybe Bra in her Super Saiyan 1 form around this time when she was around 6 was kinda maybe around Super Saiyan 2 to Super Saiyan 3 in her Super Saiyan 1 form. And again, it's very difficult for a kid to control that much power. Sombra is much more powerful than Goten. So I'll let all those things sink in. And so let's move on to the next one.
Now we move on to when she turned Super Saiyan 2. Now, I don't know why Dragon Ball Multiverse made this a thing in which whenever Bra turns Super Saiyan 2, she loses control. I've never heard of that happening in the main timeline. I've never heard of a single sign in Dragon Ball Z when they turn Super Saiyan 2, they lose control. I've never heard of that.
Okay, I said this before about Goku when he went Super Saiyan 1 and he told Gohan to leave before he loses self-control. And oh, what about Super Saiyan 1 Broly? When Broly went Super Saiyan 1, that was the first time he went Super Saiyan 1. Broly had no self-control. It was his first time going Super Saiyan 1, and Broly wasn't making any conscious decisions. And I'm talking about Dragon Ball Super Broly.
So that's just multiverse old plot line that they went with. But either way. So when Bra turned Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, I don't remember them giving us a specific age, but I believe she was like, I'm just gonna make an assumption here. She was probably like 14.
I'm gonna say somewhere between 11, 10, 11 maybe? Somewhere around Gohan's age when he went up against Cell. That's what she looks like.
Because I believe in the main tournament right now she's 16 or 17. I believe she was probably like 12 or 13 back then when she turned Super Saiyan 2 for the first time. But regardless, when she turned Super Saiyan 2, you could 100% say that yes, she was out of control. She didn't remember what happened. But what did she do when she went Super Saiyan 2? She destroyed the entire planet and destroyed the sun too, which aka would have caused the galaxy to explode. Vegito had to come in and stop her.
And you know what? Yes, you are absolutely 100% right. I agree that Vegito had to stop her. I have no problem with Vegito trying to stop her. This is something I actually agree with you.
Now, persons are saying that Vegito's a bad dad for hitting his daughter, but nobody else is capable of stopping Bra.
I'm not saying that Vegito is a bad dad because he hit his daughter. I just said I agree with you that he had to stop Bra by knocking her out. Saiyans can handle punches like that. Well, it kind of depends on the power level, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's okay for Vegito to knock her out. I don't have any problem with that.
Like, I don't understand why people don't get this. Vegito is the only one that can stop Bra. He literally said that Bra has a little kid in her Super Saiyan 2 state could beat Gohan. He said, yo, Gohan can no longer put you down. I'm the only one that can stop you. So I don't know why Gotenks in page 1827 he's like, oh, didn't we all agree that we would put down Bra together? What would you do, Gotenks? You're not strong enough to fight Bra. Like, that's the issue that I have with these persons that are defending it and saying Vegito is at fault here. Vegito is literally the only one. All the responsibilities fall on him because he's the only one capable of stopping Bra.
Okay, first off, Gotenks didn't mean that he can stop Bra. All Gotenks was trying to say is that Vegito shouldn't be the judge and jury and executioner to combat Bra if she becomes the enemy. And I doubt that Sunbra would ever actually be the enemy. It has been stated by Gotenks that Sunbra loses self-control. Gotenks knows how dangerous Sunbra is when she loses control. And that's what Gotenks means. If they are unable to stop her when she goes berserk, like there's no other way, when she goes berserk, then that would be the point of when they have to do something about her. Like if she loses control permanently, or she doesn't listen to reason, or doesn't go back to normal, and she's almost as powerful as Vegito in Super Saiyan 3. And again, if they have absolutely 100% no choice but to put her down when she goes berserk, this is what Gotenks was talking about. It's like Broly from Dragon Ball Super. We know Broly is a good person, but nobody wanted to see him die. Yes, Gogeta had to stop him, but nobody wanted to see Broly die. And Sunbra isn't an evil person. She does care about her family. Like when she went Majin Bra, yes, I agree, they had to stop her. I 100% agree on that, because Bobbity uses magic on her. I mean, hell, it was stated by Sunbra and Gotenks that Bobbity took Sunbra by surprise, and Sunbra said that she didn't voluntarily join Bobbity. Her Majin form is like when she goes berserk. I agree she had to be stopped. But here's the thing. She's not an evil person. Now, someone like Moro or Frieza or Cell or the androids and all these other villains, they were making conscious decisions and they didn't care who they had to hurt to get to their goals. And these guys have killed a lot of people. Now look at Sunbra. when she broke out of Bobby's magic, she started crying and regretting what she did. And then when Vegito got back and Sunbra was in her base form, Vegito attacked her. She wasn't a Margin and she didn't go berserk. And now, thanks to Bobbity, she can now use Super Saiyan 2 without the worry of losing self-control. In fact, Vegito should be happy that she now can control Super Saiyan 2. But saying that, he didn't know at the time, so I guess we can give Vegito a little bit of a pass there. And also, the evil in Sunbra is gone. Bobbity can no longer take control of her anymore. And Gotenks even said that if magic is involved, we have ways to deal with magic. I mean, come on, we've seen this trope in anime loads of times, where the bad guy takes control of one of the good guy's friends, and he makes that character fight the main character. And the good guy tries his absolute best to keep fighting his friend without killing him and to break the spell that his friend is under. It's something like that. Now listen, if Sunbra was an evil being and she didn't care about the lives around her, and no, I'm not talking about if she lost control or somebody took control over her. I'm talking about her as a character, like it's in her nature or what she's doing. But Sunbra isn't like that. She was happy when Pan was brought back to life. She even offered to fight on Universe 19's behalf of getting the wish. And she even told Piccolo that she wanted twice the weights because now she is fighting for something. So Bra isn't an evil person. So you guys get what I'm saying now? If they had no choice but to stop Bra when she was past the point of no return in her berserk form, which she can control now, like there was no other way to stop her and there was no reasoning with her because she was basically like Dragon Ball Super Broly. And if she was being mind controlled by science or magic, then they have those to combat them, like when she was being controlled by Bobbity. They have tools of combating magic. And again, it has been stated by Gotenks that Bobbity took her by surprise and Sunbra didn't voluntarily follow Bobbity. So you see, those are the three things. If she was basically Dragon Ball Super Broly, where she was attacking everybody and anything, and she wasn't making any conscious decisions, and they had absolutely 100% no choice but to kill her, then they could do that. And even if they do that, they can just wish her back with the Dragon Balls. Once she's dead, she'll calm down and they can wish her back. Number 2, if she's being mind controlled by science or magic, they have magic and science to combat that. Like that time when Piccolo was being mind controlled by Dr. Wheelo. I believe it was the second movie. And of course, being controlled by somebody like Bobbity. And number 3, if she was evil, which she isn't, then they would have put her down or sealed her away or punished her in some sort of way without killing her. That's what Gotenks was trying to say.
I really don't get it, but either way, moving on. She comes back to her senses after Vegeta knocks her out. He's explaining to her what happened. Like, you killed your brother. You almost destroyed an entire galaxy. You have surpassed Gohan. I'm the only one that can stop you. And the first thing she said after she was told everything she did was just simply, oh, so I've finally surpassed Gohan. She didn't care that she killed her brother, Goten. She didn't care that she almost destroyed an entire galaxy. She just cared about surpassing Gohan. That's the only thing that mattered to her. Because that was the only thing that mattered to her when she was 6 years old. She only cared about being stronger than her dad and Gohan. So she was happy in that moment.
Okay. I've said this over and over again in my other videos. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to direct you guys to my 2 videos, Sunbra Did Nothing 1, Part 1 and 2. And in Part 2, I want you guys to start at 25 minutes and 40 seconds into the video, all the way to 39 minutes and 39 seconds. This part of the video will explain everything, but I highly recommend you guys go and watch Part 1 and Part 2. Both of these videos will explain everything, especially the part of what Hilarious brought up in this part where he said, oh, Sunbra didn't care that she blew up a plant and killed Goten. So again, go and make sure you go and watch that part. I have a full analysis in those 2 videos, Part 1 and Part 2. But if you want to get to the part where I debunk Hilarious in this part, again, go to 25 minutes and 40 seconds into the video and go and watch all the way to 39 minutes and 39 seconds. That part of the video will explain everything. And so, let's move on.
Imagine your kid, while drunk, they took a gun up. They took up a gun, they went to school, killed everyone, they're finally sober and you're explaining what the hell happened and they're like, oh damn, I did that? Oh wow, that's amazing. They don't feel responsible at all for their action. And people try to use the Dragon Ball for excuse here.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. And may God have mercy on your soul.
That is the dumbest comparability I have ever heard. There is a huge difference between some bra losing control and not remembering what she did, and some kid who got drunk and shot up a school. The difference is, it's in some bra's DNA. All Saiyans, and not just Saiyans, some characters who don't train and get a lot of power lose some self-control, or they can't handle the power. I said this in my other video, but what about Broly? Dragon Ball Super Broly. We all know that Broly is a good person. We've seen how kind Broly is. And when he went into his Wrath form Super Saiyan and Legendary Super Saiyan, he lost complete control. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if he couldn't remember what the hell he was doing. He would be something like Goku when he went into his Great Ape form. Goku had no self-control when he was in that form and couldn't even remember what he did. And it's the same with Broly. He couldn't remember anything and he didn't have any self-control until Gogeta punched him in the stomach. But even when Broly came back to his senses, Gogeta tried to fire a blast at him, which was intended to kill him. There's also Kale. She lost self-control. Look at the Saiyan that Vegito was talking about on Namek. It was said that Saiyan was so powerful when he went into his Super Saiyan form that he destroyed himself alongside the planet that he was on. He couldn't control the power. All Saiyans have this problem when it comes to their power, and some bra only just activated Super Saiyan 2, and she even said that she couldn't remember doing anything. And the difference between the Saiyans losing their power to a kid who got drunk and shot up a school is that, number one, what the hell is he doing drinking if he's underage? Number two, depending on the situation, this kid should have known better not to drink alcohol. And number three, if this was real life, that kid would be considered a psychopath or doesn't understand the severity of what he's done when he shot up that school. And number four, there is no Dragon Balls in real life. There is nothing in this world that can bring back the dead. Once you're dead, that's it. There is literally nothing out there that can bring you back to life. But if this was a story in some sort of fantasy world, then you know what? Anything's possible. And that is the difference between Bra and that kid who shot up school. It's in Bra's DNA, and they have the Dragon Balls. And this kid who drank and shot up a school and he couldn't remember, one, he made the choice of drinking. And number two, he was probably a psychopath, because if this was real life, we know there's nothing in this world that can bring back the dead. But in fiction, like Dragon Ball Multiverse or Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super or whatever, there is no consequences for your actions.
Saying, oh, because she has a Dragon Ball, everything is okay. Bro, like, that's dumb.
Again, I said this in my other two videos, there is no consequence in death. Literally everybody in Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Multiverse, everybody has took for granted the Dragon Balls to fix absolutely everything. Okay, let me ask you something. I know I said this a couple of times, but are we gonna hate and blame Goku for stepping on his grandpa when he turned into his Ozaru? Or what about Gohan? What about Broly? Are we going to hate and blame them? Yes, of course they had to be stopped, but they were good people, and you didn't want them to die. Are we going to hate and blame the Hulk because he was a rampaging monster? Of course not. Yes, they had to be stopped, but you didn't want him to be killed. And kids at Bra's age haven't formed their own morality yet. She's still a little kid learning about the world. And thanks to the Dragon Balls, everybody in the series has took the Dragon Balls for granted to fix everything. I go into more detail in part 1 and 2 of my video, Some Bra Did Nothing Wrong, especially part 2.
That is dumb, cause all you're doing is raising a spoiled child in that instant. If you give a child everything they need, they'll never have to work for that. They'll never know what it feels like to work towards a goal or work towards getting that item. If you just say Dragon Ball's this, Dragon Ball's that, Dragon Balls can fix everything, then they'll never feel responsible. She'll never feel responsible for the things that she has done, and that's the issue. So don't try to use Dragon Balls as an excuse. That is stupid, because she'll never feel responsible for her action, and she'll never take responsibility for her actions, because she's gonna be like, oh well, Dragon Balls are there, so I don't need to say sorry, or I don't need to apologize for anything, cause we can just wish people back to life. That's how you raise a spoiled brat.
You know what? I agree. If you give a child everything without them working for it, then they're going to rely on you, and they are never going to take responsibility and blame everybody else for their problems. Kinda like a certain group I know, but I'm not going to get into that. But hey, look at Bulma. She wanted to use the Dragon Balls for a lifetime of strawberries, and then later, she wanted to wish for a boyfriend. Yeah. To use the Dragon Balls for something that petty is unbelievable. And also, Bulma is rich. You would have thought with all the money she has, she would have bought a lifetime of strawberries anyways. And also, again, she's rich. She can have any man she wants. Okay, the point is, yes, I agree. If you give everything to a kid and they don't work for it, and they keep relying on you over and over and over, they will never ever get anywhere in life. I get that. But some bra is anything but spoilt. But again, everybody has used the Dragon Balls. They rely on them. In both Universe 16 and Universe 18, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball GT. So tell me, who's the spoilt ones? Again, Sombra has been exposed to the Dragon Balls. She knows that everything can be fixed with the Dragon Balls. And she hasn't made her own morality yet. She's still a kid. And it's thanks to the exposure of the Dragon Balls that made her this way. If there were no Dragon Balls, she would hate herself and start crying like she did after she broke out of Bobby's spell. Sombra took full responsibility of what she did when Vegito asked her if she lost control again. And she remembers what she did to Gohan, and she feels guilty about it, and she even said that she can't be forgiven. And we know that Sombra has created her own morality. I mean, look at her. She's crying for what she did. And as a kid, they are still creating their own moralities. Look at her from a kid all the way to a teenager. Even when they have Dragon Balls, she is crying because she regrets killing all those people when she was under Bobby's spell. So, you get it now? Okay, let's just say for example, you was playing with a magnifying glass and you was burning everything because you're using the magnifying glass to burn everything, like sticks, rocks, that sort of thing. And then you saw a little insect like an ant, a ladybird, or whatever. That kid is going to use that magnifying glass on that insect, and you would think nothing about it later. But as you grow up and you grow your own morality, you wouldn't casually go and kill insects or hurt an animal because you have learned to respect and appreciate life. Well, it depends on how you was brought up and how things went along during your life. But if you was to see your kids using a magnifying glass to burn alive some ants or insects, you would take that magnifying glass off them and say, listen, these insects are living creatures. How would you like it if somebody used a magnifying glass on you? Kids are awful. And as we grow, our morals grow with us. Or we learn new morals. And Sombra is a kid. And each kid is going to be different from the other. I mean, you could be 13 years old and just want to listen to music channels. Or you could be 17 and like watching cartoons. Everybody is different. Not everybody is going to be the same. I mean, look at Sombra now. She was crying when she broke out of Bobby's spell. She regretted killing her brother. She regretted killing all those people. She was crying what she did. And she took responsibility for her actions. She didn't make any excuses. This Bra is completely different to when she was a little kid. Because Kid Bra didn't shape her own morality yet. But Teen Bra did. So yeah, she's not a spoiled brat. She just has a chip on her shoulder. So yeah, let's continue.
That's not how you're supposed to raise a kid. You're supposed to discipline them and let them know that, yo, you did something wrong and there are consequences to your action. To every action, there's a reaction. Oh my, I can't believe I have to be making this video, bro. I feel so stupid that I have to be making this freaking video.
I just think that you just don't understand, bro.
Now, yes, Vegito, he gave him threatening bro, saying, oh, I'll kill you. Yeah, that's cruel as a father, but at the same time, put yourself in Vegito's shoes. He even said, I should be happy that my daughter is becoming a worthy opponent for me, because that's all Vegito wants. He wants someone that can compete with him, and he loves Bra. He really did.
He loves his own kid. Let's see. Threatening her life, leaving her all alone in the universe before the sun is about to blow up, leaving her in Gohan's care because he's a lousy father, beating her up when she was no threat to anybody, and tries to kill her in his Super Saiyan 3 form even though she hasn't gone berserk. And now she can control her Super Saiyan 2 form thanks to Bobbity. No. No. Vegito wanted to kill her even though she was no threat. And I'll say it again, it was stated by Gotenks and Bra that Bobbity's spell took Bra by surprise, and she didn't voluntarily become a Margin. Vegito was going, oh, she sold her soul to Bobbity. Oh, she gave up the last bit of her sanity just to get a power up. But we found out that wasn't the case. Sombra isn't a berserker anymore. She can control Super Saiyan 2 without losing control. There is no reason for Vegito to want to kill Sombra anymore. Again, Gotenks said that Bobbity's spell took her by surprise, and Sombra even said that she didn't voluntarily join Bobbity. Gast was defending her, Goku was defending her, hell, even bra briefs, her counterpart was defending her, saying that she can control Super Saiyan 2 now. And Vegito is angry, saying, I won't let you judge me. I'm sorry, who's the crazy one here again? Vegito could have handled things differently when Bra blew up that planet. And he could have chilled out when he found out that Bra was the one who killed almost everybody. So I'm sorry, who's the one who loses control?
But seeing her becoming like a Broly, he literally said, I should be happy that my daughter is becoming a worthy opponent, but she's becoming more like Broly.
Dragon Ball Z Broly was a psychopath. He cared little of the life around him, either in his base form, Super Saiyan, and Legendary Super Saiyan form. Broly grew up without any morality, and Broly thought nobody could stop him because of how powerful he was. Broly is completely different to some Bra. Only because she loses control doesn't mean she's evil. If she was anything like Broly, then I would have been on your side. But some Bra is nothing like Broly. I know I said this a couple of times, but what about Dragon Ball Super Broly? Broly was a kind, gentle giant, and nobody wanted him to die. Again, only because you lose control doesn't mean you're an evil person. It's like when Goku and Gohan went into their Ozoro forms, and they were destroying everything, and Goku stepped on his grandpa. I mean, does that make Goku a Broly? Because he couldn't control his Ozoro form? No, of course not.
Just out of control, power, boom, I'm gonna destroy everything. Like, bro, you can't reason with someone that only has power on their mind. So I don't want anyone to tell me bullshit.
You know who else has power on the mind? Goku, Vegeta, literally everybody who wants to improve themselves. Tien, Piccolo, Gohan, when he absolutely needs to, or has to. Only because you want more power doesn't mean you're an evil person. I mean, yeah, Frieza wanted to get much more powerful so he could beat Goku when he went into his golden form. That I can understand. But Goku wants to get better and better and better and better so he can fight stronger opponents. So when Vegeta and Goku thinks about power, that makes them bad? No, not really.
Like, oh, Vegeta shouldn't have done that. Like, if people don't understand why Vegeta did that, then you grew up in a very rich family.
Actually, I was born and raised in a poor family, so...
Yeah, you just grew up in a rich family that never punished you for anything that you did in the past.
Actually, I was a very hyperactive, autistic, naughty kid, and at the time nobody knew what was wrong with me. And whenever I swore, or I broke something, or I wouldn't listen to my parents, or I did something really, really bad, I would get punished for it. Well, it depends on the levels of punishment and depending on what I did. Like, for example, if I was to swear, my parents would say, that is a very dirty word, don't ever say that again. And if I was to say it again, they would say, listen, you say that one more time and I'm going to wash your mouth out. And when I said it again, they actually did that. Washed my mouth out with soap. And you know what? It worked. I mean, yeah, a couple of times I would swear again, but they did wash out my mouth with soap, and I never did it again. Again, it depends on the punishment. You could do something small to something really, really big, and the punishment varies to what you have done. You could do something small, like making up stuff. You would be grounded for the rest of the day. Or if you accidentally broke something, you would do chores until you paid that thing off, and that would be a punishment. You guys have probably got the general idea, but only in extreme circumstances. When your parents have no choice but to use the belt. And that is only in extreme circumstances. It solely depends on what you did. I mean, let's just say, for example, you told a lie and they found out that you was lying. Would using the belt be too much of a punishment? Yes or no? And the answer would be yes. It would be too much of a punishment. Now, let's just say, for example, that you smashed everything in the house deliberately. And when your parents saw what you did and they said, okay, you're grounded for the rest of the day. Would that be fitting for a punishment? Yes or no? No, of course it wouldn't. The punishment could be something like, okay, you're going to work all this off for the rest of the month, or, oh, you're grounded for 2 months, or, oh, you're not going to the prom. But yeah, I'm getting off topic. Let's continue.
Cause basically what Vegito did here is just saying, let me give a real life example. That's like a parent saying, if you don't do the dishes by the time I'm home, I'm going to beat you.
If you don't do the what? Hold on, who does that? Threatening your own kid with beatings because they didn't do the dishes. Really? Are you serious? That deserves at least 2 or 3 days of grounded time. Like I said, you should only hit your child in extreme circumstances. Not something as casual as, oh, if you don't do this, then I'll hit you. You would have to be a trash parent to threaten your kid with violence because, oh, they didn't clean up. And you know, yeah, I'm going to say it. You are a trash parent if you threaten your kid because they didn't clean up. Like I said, 3 days of grounded time because they didn't clean up. Again, only extreme circumstances should you use the belt on your kid, and nothing less.
Or I'm gonna punish you. That's literally what Vegito said. He didn't just say, oh, I'll kill you. He said, make sure, throughout the years, make sure that you get yourself under control. He wasn't like, oh, I'm just gonna kill you straight up. He's like, no, you have time to get yourself under control. The next time you go out of control, I have to put you down because I'm the only one that can put you down. Now, I'm not saying I want Vegito to kill her. I'm 100% against Vegito killing her, but like, did he have a choice? Did he have a choice? Ask yourself that. What would you do if you were in that position?
Vegito could have handled this better. Again, she didn't know what she did. He could have said something along the lines of, look at all the devastation that you have done. You've killed your own brother and the sun is going supernova. When we get home, we are going to train until you can control Super Saiyan 2. Remember, this is the first time that Sunbra went Super Saiyan 2. Now, if they went home and trained and trained and trained with no results, and then Vegito said, listen, I don't like it, but if you do go berserk again, I'll have no choice but to put you down. If you ever lose control at the point of no return, then I'll have to kill you. Okay, is the stages that he should have done. Number 1, tell her what happened. Number 2, they all went home, used the Dragon Balls to fix everything. Number 3, sat her down and told her that her Super Saiyan 2 form is dangerous and we need to train in order for you to control it. Number 4, if that fails and there's no progress in her controlling Super Saiyan 2, he should have said something like this. Brah, listen, it looks like we're not making any progress. Your Super Saiyan 2 form is way too dangerous. We've tried and tried and tried, and you still can't control it. Maybe it's because you're just too young. Maybe that's why you can't control it. If it ever comes to pass, if you lose self-control in that form ever again to the point of no return, I'll have no choice but to kill you. I don't like it, and I don't want to do it, but I need you to understand that I don't do it because I hate you. It's because I need to protect people around you. You don't want to hurt anybody, do you? And when I do kill you, we will immediately use the Dragon Balls to bring you back. I just want to let you know I love you, and I do it for your sake and everybody else around you. Do you understand? It should have been something like that. Explaining things to her, reassuring her, comforting her, and telling her that you love her. Vegito should have been more sensitive in this situation, especially to his little girl daughter.
Would you just be like, oh well, Dragon Balls, pat on the shoulder, you killed your brother, no big deal? Like, no.
I say this in my other 2 videos, so go and check those out.
If someone told me that, yo, if I don't get myself under control or else they're gonna kill me, what would I do? I would take my ass to therapy. I would do counseling.
You know what? That's a good idea. Let's just tell this normal guy that has absolutely no idea what Super Saiyans are, or aliens, or anything like that, and that you cannot control yourself. And when you go blonde, you're a raging lunatic. Yeah, telling him something like that would land Sunbra in an asylum, because that therapist is going to think you are crazy. I mean, seriously, who could she talk to about this? There is no therapist that any of the Z-Warriors can talk to. Again, the Super Saiyan forms is part of her DNA. She needs help controlling it. But instead of Gotenks or Gohan or Vegito saying, okay bro, let's train so we can help you control Super Saiyan 2. But nope, everyone just goes, oh, don't go Super Saiyan 2, don't go Super Saiyan 2. Now until I see a story where they show us where they try to help Sunbra control her Super Saiyan 2 form, I am going to call everybody in her universe idiots for not helping her train her Super Saiyan 2 form. All the Saiyans know how difficult it is to control their Super Saiyan forms and their Ozora forms, so you would have thought they would have been a lot more understanding, and again, trying to help her.
Like, bro did not try to change herself at all. She's still the same girl that she was back in the flashback.
Wait, hold on. She's the same girl like she was in her flashback. Let's see, a little girl who hasn't formed her own morals yet and has been exposed to the Dragon Balls, knowing that those things can fix everything, to this teenager who is crying and regretting what she did, saying, oh no, I've killed Gohan, I'm a murderer, I can't be forgiven. Kid bra, teenage bra, kid bra, teenage bra, kid bra, teenage bra. Oh yeah, she is definitely 100% the same bra.
She is still the same brat, spoiled brat that she was back then. Throughout the years, since the time she went Super Saiyan 2 for the first time and Vegeta threatened her, gave her the warning, till the first chapter or the second chapter, whenever she was first introduced in Dragon Ball Multiverse, there were years between that.
Again, kid bra, teenage bra, kid bra, teenage bra, kid bra, teenage bra, kid bra, teenage bra. Only because she has a chip on her shoulder doesn't mean she's a bad person. Did you ever think that it's her personality?
There were years between the when she turned Super Saiyan 2 for the first time and when she came to the tournament. There were years between that where she could have gotten her mental state under control, but nope. She is still the same person. She hasn't changed one bit.
Kid bra, teenage bra. Kid bra, teenage bra. Kid bra, teenage bra.
So I don't want person to be saying, oh, Vegito this, Vegito that. Like, put yourself in his shoes.
I have, and he's awful. And the way he handled the situation, he did an awful job. He could have handled it much better.
He promised the Kais that, yo, I'll keep the universe safe.
Well, you know what? The Kais suck at their job if they have to rely on an abomination like Vegito. Hey, I'm not the one that said that. The Supreme Kais from Universe 1 said that. Shin is an awful Supreme Kai. We all know this. And old Kai keeps going on and on and on saying, oh, we shouldn't be using the Dragon Balls. Oh, using the Dragon Balls will bring catastrophic situations. This is what he said in Z, and also this isn't GT. Now, until Old Kai meant in the continuation of the Dragon Ball Super Canon, and I'm not counting GT, I'm going to say that he's a stupid old man that doesn't realise that the Dragon Balls have helped more than bring any catastrophic situations. So, Shin is lousy at his job, and Old Kai is crazy for saying that the Dragon Balls will bring catastrophic situations. Again, this isn't GT. Dragon Ball Multiverse is a continuation after Z. So, there's no Omega Shenron in this manga. And you know what? The Supreme Kais from Universe 1 are actually better at their jobs than Shin and Old Kai. And for them to rely on somebody like Vegito to protect the universe is irresponsible. At the very least, there was balance among the Z Warriors, with Goku, Vegeta, Oob, Pan, Gohan, Piccolo. I mean, look at Goku. He tried to stop Vegito from killing Bra. Somebody like Vegito to have all that power isn't good. Vegito hasn't had a good fight in years. He has no rival. And the only thing that gives him any satisfaction is protecting the universe because the Kais told him to. That's the only thing that he has. But did the Kais ever think, okay, so what should we do if Vegito goes out of control? Who's going to stop him?
Just to find out that his daughter is the biggest threat to the universe.
So why didn't he train her to help her control her Super Saiyan 2 form?
So I don't want, like, oh man, I'm so angry that I had to make this response video.
Well, how do you think I feel? I mean, I love making videos, but I just had to get my 2 cents on what I thought about this response.
But either way, I don't care what anyone has to say. I'm against Vegito killing her. Don't take everything I'm saying as, oh, I hate bro, cause I actually do like bro. I'm a Vegito and a bro fan.
Well, maybe you might not hate her, but there are a lot of people in the Dragon Ball Multiverse community who hate Sombra, and these people doesn't seem to understand at all. All I've been seeing is people saying, oh, she's a Mary Sue, oh, she's a Mary Sue, which isn't the case. From the very beginning, everybody hated Bra. Nobody ever gave her a chance, and just says, oh, she's a Mary Sue, she's a Mary Sue. And also, Sombra isn't an evil person.
I just find it stupid when this specific person, this specific viewer that I'm making this response video to, is saying Vegito's at fault just for threatening her.
I'll say it again. I made 2 videos, parts 1 and 2, of Sombra did nothing wrong. And I go into detail on why Sombra did nothing wrong. So please, go and check those out. And as soon as you've watched part 1 and 2, please get back to me.
You're gonna ignore every damn shit bro did before that? Nah. You're not gonna get an apology from me. Definitely not from me. But yeah, still there.
I have not ignored anything that Bra has done. I go into detail on why it's not her fault. Go and watch part 1 and part 2 on why Sombra did nothing wrong. And again, if Vegito handled the situation with Bra saying, okay, listen, we're going to go back to Earth, gather the Dragon Balls, fix this whole mess, and we are going to see if we can try and help you control Super Saiyan 2. Vegito is the adult here, and Sombra is the child. Threatening her life isn't the way to do it. And that's what gets me with the anti-bros. Not only do they say, oh, she's a Mary Sue, but they also go, they're making Vegito look bad. They're writing him to make him look bad so we can feel sorry for Sombra. I mean, come on, this is the same guy who gave up after a few days in the time chamber, and Gohan took over to try and help her. So, no, sorry. I'm going to stand by of what I said. Sombra did nothing wrong, and it's all Vegito's fault. Well, that's all I gotta say in this video. Okay, now it sounds like I was really angry in this video. And you know what, I'm gonna say this. I have no ill will towards Hilarious. If I did, I would have said so. And I'm still gonna stick to what I said. I want you guys to go to his channel and sub to him. His reviews on the Dragon Ball Multiverse pages are really, really good. And listen, I don't hate Vegito, okay? I just hate how he handled everything. Now, I know I said this a few times, but go and check out my 2 videos, Sombra Did Nothing Wrong, part 1 and 2. I go into full detail on saying why it isn't Sunbrow's fault, and why she didn't do anything wrong. And listen, I have no hate towards anybody inside the Dragon Ball multiverse. I just find some people on that site frustrating, because they'll make excuses for Vegito, but attack Bra. So yeah, what do you guys think? Am I right? Am I wrong? What do you think of this response video? Do you love Dragon Ball Multiverse? Please let me know in the comment section below, and let's get a discussion going. I'm Geek Freak. Peace out. Thank you guys for watching. And if there's a series you want me to check out and review and give my thoughts on it, or if there's a top 10 list you want me to do, or any reactions, or responses, or rants on anything geeky, just leave links and comments in the comment sections below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Don't forget to like, subscribe, put the bell on, share this video, and leave a comment in the comment sections below. And as for my social medias, I'm literally freaking everywhere! I'm on most video platforms, social medias, forums, and support sites. It's best to pause the video and see where I am. Literally all of this is down in the description box below. So if you want to go and check those out, please do. I'm Geek Freak. Peace out.